The information shared on Healing from the Heart are from personal accounts and experiences intended to help shed light on possibilities of healing potentials still being researched and discovered. Any communications, considerations, or recommendations are not substitute for medical, psychological, or licensed professional help in wellness or recovery. Please seek a qualified practitioner regarding specific needs or concerns. We hope this podcast uplifts and inspires. Welcome to Healing from the Heart, a space to empower others to learn how to heal themselves with the energy of hope, light, and guidance. Host Torun Antonsen is an intuitive spiritual healer, medium, and teacher. She is certified by the Norwegian Healing Society and serves on their ethics council. In 2018, Torun founded the Healing School to help individuals develop their innate abilities and believes that everyone has the capacity to heal. Since 2014, she's contributed to several scientific studies on the effects of healing, aiming to bridge the gap between traditional wisdom and modern science. Being an advocate for combining conventional and natural medicine together with spiritual healing, Torun shares her own personal story, with recently being diagnosed and surviving pancreatic cancer in 2024. Her goal is to help others learn about options and resources within their own healing journey, with a loving support system including spiritual healing several days a week, walking in nature every day, exercising, acupuncture, herbs, vitamins, and a healthy diet. Torun became strong again. Her life's mission is to help communication between medical professionals and their clients to create more effective resources within hospitals, as well as navigating others toward health, joy, and purpose. To shine light on what's needed most when she was healing herself. Now, here is your host of Healing from the Heart, Torun Antonsen.
Hi friends, and welcome to Healing from the Heart. I'm your host, Torun Antonsen. This is a safe and gentle space to share hope, light, and healing together. And I believe that everyone has the ability to heal, and I'm so grateful that you are here with me today. I am just a channel for the healing intelligence. I'm working from my heart, and I want to share everything I have learned with you. So welcome to my world, and let us begin. Tonight, I have such a special guest with me, the wonderful Mia Gundersen. Many of you know her as a beloved artist, singer, and actress. But what truly shines through is her big heart, her honesty, and her courage. And I'm so grateful that she is with us here today to share her spiritual journey. Not so many people know about that side of her. And Mia, she has touched so many lives with her warmth and her openness. And I feel deeply grateful to have her here with me tonight. So please join me in welcoming the amazing Mia Gundersen.
Thank you so much, Torun. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. I'm so grateful to having you with us tonight, Mia. And I met you a few years ago, and I didn't know, when I grow up, nobody around me talked about spiritual things. I don't know about you.
Nobody talked about it. It was a shame. If you ever talked about having any experience, people looked at you like, what you're talking about. This is something that in our society was not, the people were suppressed for talking about spirituality.
Yes, and I'm so happy it has changed. Uh,
Me
but
too.
but maybe I've been working as a full-time healer for 24 years, and it was not many people who talked about healing when I started my practice. And I did have a back door, so some people could use that door because they didn't want everyone else to see them. But today it's more popular. Everyone has their own healer, and it has changed. But most people don't know about that you have this spiritual interest. And when did it start? What was the first sparkle?
My first sparkle was actually more um, trying to find out what's on the other side. I mean, we had ghost stories, and instead of getting afraid of them, I was interested. I had an interest in everything that you couldn't explain. But this was not really the time, because that was only, it was exciting, and you got a bit scared and you didn't know what it was. But I had a big fall in my career where everything just collapsed. I had a show that it was made out from love. It was made out of love for entertaining other people and giving, but everything fell apart. I had also given out my biography, from the heart, telling about how to rise from, yes, I've had a background that has been quite hard in many ways, but
Yes.
it was not welcomed at all. So everything collapsed at one time, and the media was evil, to be honest. I was so in shock of being front page with the letters forming a big fiasco. This is horrible. This woman, who is she thinking she is? And then it went quiet. And in this quietness, I discovered, when I was laying down, if you understand it's metaphoric,
Yeah.
I looked up. I looked up at actually the universe I never ever had explored. When I understood that there's something out there you need to explore, it started like how can like a fall. It opened so much that it was actually too much. I started to understand, studying the stars, the planets, and then I went into metaphysics, and it was like an explosion.
Yeah,
And
and when you have a big crisis, that's usually when we awakening, if you understand.
oh yeah, for me it took me a long time, but it had never stopped. It had only grown. And to understand that you are not alone, you are not walking on this earth alone. This
But
was
did you feel anything? Did you see anything, or was it thing you read about that you really felt connected with? How did you? Because sometimes it's hard to trust that it's a higher dimension and it's the energy of love that helps us. Why did you believe it? What did you experience?
I didn't understand that at first. I just wanted to study what's out there. So I started with the physics and astronomy, and then when I understood this, there's so much more to it. I've never been religious because my background is from a Christian generations of Christians, and you had to believe. But I, as a child, I never ever just bought the truth, if you understand what I mean.
Yes.
So for me, I didn't have any anchor in anything like that. So it took me a while to understand that it was like an epiphany that that you are not walking alone. You have someone that actually is higher than you. And when I understood, it was like a relief, because then I could look back at my life and I just saw myself walking in this dimension that is called Earth. And that feeling of just being in a third dimension, which I didn't have word for in that sense, then I understood that, there is something higher that is part of you. It was a relief, just a great relief.
Yes. And the first time I met you, I felt we have a lot of the same interest in this. And it was amazing because you also feel very connected in a way to blue beings. And I showed you pictures I have received from my healing spirit guides since 2012. And I think we can share some of them. Let me see. I did psychic surgery healing, and it just happened. I didn't choose to do it. It was like they took control over my hands, and I start moving. And the client, it was like she disappeared or felt asleep. So they took her out of her body. And she was in a white, beautiful light, and she saw people she loved on the other side during the healing. And she also saw spirit guides coming down from the roof and surrounded me and took over my hands. And they did operate her without knives. And every time when she was on my healing table, the blue pictures started to appear on the phone. They came from nowhere. They just blinked up, and it very often it's blue balls, energy balls, and we can show some other pictures. Some of them were angels. Some of them, this one is not blue, but it was, this popped up on my phone the second my mom died. And then I knew she was safe. And we can show some other pictures. They are not normal pixels in it. And very often they have big, bright hearts in the middle or angels. And they are just love and support from a spirit guide. Mm. And one time they just turned off my phone and it went black. And when it was back again, it was text there, no pictures. And it said, cooperate with us, psychic surgery will give results. And I was thinking, okay, I can maybe ask them, who are you? And in my mind, I was thinking of a kind of a spirit guide who looked like a man or a woman. But it popped up like a Skype video of a blue being. It looks like alien, and it was 3 different of them. And you see, this is an old phone from 2012, and I was thinking, I had to take a picture of it, and this was the only picture that I took. But when you saw the pictures, Mia, what did you feel about them? Because I feel you were the first one who really understand this, because people, when I told them about this, they didn't understand. And for me, it's really amazing help from the universe.
I think the universe contacts us in so many ways. And because you are the one you are and you have your journey, they contacted you like this because this is the way you are going to open the hearts. For me, when I saw them, I felt this is so natural. I didn't feel like this lady, what is she showing me? It felt natural. And I think this is also a way to approach these magical things that can happen in our life. Magic is everywhere around us. It's just that we are trying to explain it all the time. And I felt very comfortable with it made me feel comfort. And I asked you if you could send me these pictures. Do you remember?
Yeah, I did send you
Yes,
some. Yeah.
yes, because I felt that this is the connection. And the first thing that comes to my mind is like blue avians,
Yes. Yes.
Arcturians. Um, but still, there is something we need to actually discuss or talk about. We don't need to discuss it, but I I I wonder, do we have aliens and other dimensions? Do you understand? Because
Yes.
aliens can come from another planet, not
Yes.
necessarily from another dimension.
Yes.
And this I think can also be the other dimension that we are as souls we have
Yes.
contact with.
Yes.
Mm.
And in the beginning, I went to a lot of conferences about aliens, and I got really scared because they just talked about the bad aliens, and they showed picture with Hitler and an alien, and it was some reptilians, and I just got scared, and I was thinking, oh my God, what am I in contact with? But
Yeah.
then the next day at my office, the healing happened again, and the blue light appears also around the healing table. And then I felt so much love, and I knew that this, whatever it is just pure love that wants to help us. So
Yes.
for me, if the healing spirit guides are angels, blue aliens, or other light beings, it's okay because they are just love and they want to help and they can help. And that's amazing, the results they do, because I'm just a channel. I can't do anything without my spirit healing guides. And it's amazing the results. You know, with the first client, she had a crushed hand. She had I think it was 15 operations. None of them worked well. Her hand was destroyed. And with the psychic surgery healing, with the help from these blue light beings, it started to move again, and her pain disappeared. And the hospital took pictures, and they could see it was changes in her hand, like it's been an operation. And it was new bones that didn't, because they did remove her bones, so her hand was
Yeah,
like this.
I
And
see.
then she started to move them, and it shouldn't be possible. And there was new bones growing, and they didn't look like ours. So we have proof, and I see Mona, she's telling us aliens are among us, and I believe we are protected by the good ones. Yes, Mona, I agree. I have goosebumps when you write this to
Yeah,
us.
yeah. I think so as well, actually. And we have to, we live in light and darkness on this world. We all can see it during these yeah, tried days that we have. And I really think that it's up to us to really, when we believe, when we focus on the positivity in ourselves, we will attract it.
Yeah.
But it's, I think there's a battle between light and darkness for the moment. But I
Yes.
also think that we are in a time where people are awakening because there's such a big change in actually opening for spirituality. People are confused, they are tired so many times, and they are doing the same that I did. You know, I was seeking towards other dimensions. What are we living? Is it only this earth here? We know there's planets, but there's so more to it. And I think there's like a big movement in spirituality and opening people's heart. And I
Yeah.
think we have help from outside.
What kind of help do you feel we have?
Sometimes I doubt. Sometimes I think that the only thing I have to do is to seek. I have to go in nature and I have to ask questions and quiet my mind. Because this is, there is a lot of noise going
Yeah.
around us. So I think that quietening the mind and opening your own questions.
Yeah.
It's because I don't have like you have. I can't see anything really. It doesn't even come in my dreams. But I know that there is help around me and I feel it. Not, I can, sometimes I feel a tingle, but this is actually the magic you need to open for. It's not in the big sightings. It's in the small, like the strings of silk that is weaved through our lives. And
Yes.
this is what we really need to see.
Yeah, I so agree with you. And I do the same as you, Mia. I have a dog, same as you.
Mm,
Not the same kind of dog, but and I walk in nature every day. And the last week, I have been very nervous because I took new CT pictures scanning on Monday, and I'm waiting for the result. And that makes me a bit nervous
of
because,
course,
yeah, I feel healthy and fine again. But when you have the picture, it's really,
of course.
yeah. And I was thinking about that, and then I stopped and I looked down, and there it was a white feather. And when I see those signs in nature, I
Mm,
know everything will be all right. And when I was sick with pancreatic cancer last year, when I was in contact with my soul, and we are in contact when we are in stillness and in nature, I felt
mm,
safe. Whatever, if I was going to die, I knew I was safe anyway, because we are protected and one day we are going to leave. But when I was not in contact with my soul, I felt a lot of fear. But
mm.
like this week, I think everyone who had cancer will be afraid every time they have a control and take new CT pictures.
Yeah, of
But
course.
so it's so important to have the stillness so we can get in touch with the soul and the higher dimension. And I know because I think you don't need to see your guides or angels.
No.
Yeah, with you, your feelings is your super talent. So it's more than enough just to feel it. Sometimes I have seen them. Most of the time, I just feel them. But they have showed me that everyone has at least 5 or 6 around them all the time. Beautiful spirit guides who helps us, and also angels, and like the picture, blue light beings, maybe from other planets. I don't know where they are from, but they are amazing, and that's enough. But you know, you who are such a famous lady in Norway, you are very loved. It's so important that you share this, because when you share this, other people also maybe will be curious and try to understand this and can get more help in their lives. And where did you find all the information? Because I know you have a lot of wisdom about this. Where did you find the information?
I searched for information. When I got the epiphany that there is so much you haven't done research on. That is the distance around our planet. Don't search only on your planet and in your heritage, because this is what we do. You know, we have generations, like a rucksack with the generational heritage.
Yeah.
So actually, we need to seek other things than that we just learned. I mean, religion have told us for thousands and thousands of years how we are going to look outside for God. And this I never bought. I never bought that. But how, I always, as a child, I always asked questions. I went to Sunday school and they introduced hell. And I was like, what, but if I'm good, what about the ones I love? So I started to ask questions quite early. And for me, when I discovered to actually lift my look and look not only up to the universe, but around me, it was like a weight lifted, because when you only see third dimensional, it is very dense. So, and it's all in your mind, actually. As you say, not everyone gets images on their phone. Not everyone experiences things you can't explain, but you can look for signs. You can make your day magical by seeing, isn't that butterfly flying extra around me? I feel it's not leaving me. And even though if you don't believe in something bigger than yourself, believe in the magic and
Yeah.
be open. Because when you open your mind, there will be so much coming to you in the small signs, I think. Because I haven't seen anything, I haven't had this experience that is so great that I can say that, oh my goodness, thank you. But it's in the small things.
But you know, you don't need it because you trust it anyway. I'm born skeptical, so my spirit guides know that if I'm going to do this work, I need a lot of proof. But
Yeah.
now we are going to have 1 minute's break, so please stay with us.
Health concerns. We all have them. But did you know that with just one drop of your blood, we can predict your future health? Tell me, do you know what you really look like on the inside? Book your blood test today and find out if you're in the danger zone. To do so is simple. Just email us at showmemybalance@gmail.com. That's showmemybalance@gmail.com.
Welcome back to Healing from the Heart. And Mia, you talked about the butterflies and see the magic. And for me, butterflies really appears when I need them. And when I was sick, I only saw white butterflies. And it was a beautiful sign. And this year, when I'm healthy again, I see butterflies in all colors. And this year, many of them in blue. And I don't think blue is so usual to see. But it's like you said, just choose to see the magic. And I see Jennifer, she says, Jennifer Rose, absolutely believing in the magic. And yeah, so... And the way I know you, Mia, you are a very empathic person. I don't know if I said it correctly, empathic. And you have your own podcast in Norway, a very popular podcast. And recently you told us that you, in a way, feel burned out. And I think when you have this trust in spirit and you are very empathic, and I know you care so much about other people, especially in Gaza and around the world. Sometimes we take in too much. What is your experience with that? And you can become tired when you are too nice in a way to people around you also. You give too much.
Absolutely. My path, this is what I've seen, that my path is actually to be love. And I've been in this business for so long, and I didn't get, it was quite egocentric, if you understand what I mean, because I need a career, I need to be seen. But because I've been there so long, I'm a grown-up woman, born in 1961, and after a while, it didn't mean anything. I needed to get some depth in what I was doing, and also what I told you about the fall of the show. In that travel to understanding, I also saw my meaning, and that is actually being an empath. And this is my journey. This is my journey through this, through being on stage, through the singing, through television, to actually promote being an empath. And it's not that easy sometimes. But I think that empaths are actually the glue in the world. Because what would we do without the empaths? The ones that feel actually the energy of the earth.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not that easy to protect yourself. But then again, you get the strength if you understand that you are actually born as your soul is the empath that is going to make people feel happy, feel good by meeting your energy. So I feel strength in this. And it's just that suddenly it's such a big global pain. And as you say, it's too easy to take in the pain. But then again, sometimes you have to stand in it and believe that you as an empath are actually, in your energy, you are a part of a bigger energy.
Yes,
making the
I
change.
agree with you. And if everyone were empaths, it would be no wars in the world.
Exactly.
But I understand that in your job you meet a lot of big egos. So it must sometimes be hard to be an empath. And I think it's like you have a wisdom and on a deep level that not so many, maybe people around you have. But I know that lately, the last years, you have connected with more like minded souls. It's like you attract more people who are more like you. And in Norway, when everyone knows about you, everyone have follows your success. And I also remember that breakdown. I felt so sorry for you, and it was so unfair. And you are very honest in your podcast, and I think people need to hear this. People need to focus on the love and the light, and that we are not alone.
Yes.
And I think when you talk about that too, I hope you will speak about it in your podcast too, because you always spread a lot of light and laughter and hope. But I know you have these abilities for a reason, and I think we will see more of that in the future because, yeah, what
Yes.
will be,
I think there's an openness for it. There's an understanding. We need to understand more how our being human works. That we need to look inside of ourselves more. And my path, I understand my path. I understand that I am connected to people I'm going to meet, like Linny, that I have the podcast with. She is also the same type as me, but she's like 20 years younger than me and totally different in many ways, but we have the same path. And she was the one saying to me that, I'm just here to spread love. And she has silicone and she have like, and I said, but I love it like this. And she taught me so much that, she just wanted from her childhood, you know, I'm going to be famous, I'm going to spread love.
yeah,
I'm more analytic. I have more baggage from my generation. So I think that the universe, whoever it is that is guiding us, they are connecting us. It's like a puzzle.
yes,
The puzzle is in front of you and it's a mess. When you are born, it's quite clear, and then you lose it, and it's like, okay, dissolve it. What is your path? Here is your puzzle. But everything is, I think it's meant from the beginning. This is your puzzle, this is your dark spots, but you're going to come through them. Just believe that you have a purpose. You are special. I think
yeah.
everyone needs to understand they are special.
And that's really something I understood when I was sick. It was
Uh,
my own value because I didn't always see it. I saw it in others, but not in myself. But
No.
we have a question from a person here, and it's do you let me see. Can you sense where there are other empaths around you?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
At once. And I also can sense the dark energies.
Yeah.
And I handle them. I've learned to handle them because there's been a lot of dark energies around me, but I don't see them as dark energies. I see them as, actually, you need my light. and I spread my light to you. You are not going to smitten me with your dark energy. And this is how I think light and dark, the battle is working. So I think as an empath, you just need sometimes, many times, to stand in the darker energies, the egocentric, the lower frequencies. I'm not saying they are bad influences. They are just not developed onto understanding. They are afraid. You talked about the fear, and this is what the world has now. They have so much fear, and they are spreading so much fear. So I think that I call myself a light worker,
You
and this
are
is,
you are a light worker, Mia.
yeah,
And
thank you, because this is where I felt at home. Oh, that's what I am. I'm a light worker. And it's such a good feeling to have a word for it. You know, it made me stronger at that time when I understood there is actually a word for it. And it's like I joined many others, if you understand.
yeah, oh, that's
Mhm.
really, really beautiful. And do you have any techniques or things you do when you want to connect? I know you walk in nature, but do you sometimes light a candle, draw some healing cards, angel cards? Do you have something you do when you really need help or need to feel them more around you?
Yes,
Your
I'm
your
I'm
guide.
I'm very glad you asked, because for me it's not that easy, because I have a very busy mind. To be honest, I'm too connected into my mind, and sometimes I just need to actually have my room, because I am not good in meditating, for example. I can't quiet the mind. Then I have some cards given to me, and I make space. I tell myself that I'm opening for this space around me, and I lay my card, and that feels so good. And I
Do you
have to say,
remember what happened last time you did that?
oh, last time I did,
Last week?
oh, like that. No, because I've been so busy. But I
I
definitely will do it this
remember
week.
because I
Oh
was
yeah, yes,
driving home
I sent
from,
it to
I
you.
have been training, and I was sitting in my car and I heard a voice from my guide said, "Call Mia." And then I
Oh,
called
thank you.
you. Do you
Yeah,
remember what that was about?
sorry. I'm touring for the moment, so I forgot. Of course, I
Yeah,
remember. You know, that was so amazing. I I was just about to lay my cards because I needed that quiet moment. Well, it's a long time before that I did it. So I was like forcing myself to lay the cards, and then you call,
yeah,
and then and then after that I laid the cards, and you remember what it said.
yes,
You
it
will
was,
be guided,
yes.
and
It,
you will get people around you that will actually be there for you, guide you in what you need right now. That was you.
and that's the way the guides work, because you were
Yes.
sitting there asking for help, and
Yes.
then they tell me, call her. So it's amazing.
Amazing.
And I think people who are on the same frequency easily get such message for each other. It's like we are we lift
Frequency.
each other when we need it, and
Yes,
it's
it's
both ways. It's not only me helping you, it's you helping me, so it's both ways. And when I was sick,
yeah.
you have a very good intuition, you know, and you did text me and you said, because it was 95% chance to die of this, and you text me and you said, I'm very sorry you have this, but I know you will get healthy again. And you just knew it. And you text me during the whole year from time to time. And it for me, it was because I had a lot of fear. When I saw your text, I really trusted the message. So even if you don't see things, it's like for you, you have this knowing, and you feel things. And
Yes.
what's amazing is that you also trust it. You are not like me, who need a lot of proof. And you know, Mia, that did help me so much. So I'm so grateful for that. And let me see in the chat. What do you see the chat, Mia? In reference to a battle between the good and evil, is it possible that good and evil need to exist together? Duality.
Exist
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Yes.
What do
I
you think
think
about
this is
that?
the dimension we are living in. This is the challenge we have. And the battle is always inside of us
Yeah.
in this dimension. And yeah, it's not an easy place to be, but we have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's no
Yes.
way around it. And
Yeah.
I was wondering, is there something else you want to share? I know you're a busy lady, so I don't want you take too much of your time, but do you have, it's a question that said, hi, Torun and Mia, what's your thoughts as the world moves forward?
Oh, as the world, yeah, that's a good question. I think it's very, very chaotic at this moment. But I think that this is the moment where we need to really stand in love. We need to understand that love is actually the energy. This is the greatest energy, and it's coming from us. So
Yeah.
when we understand that the love the creation of standing in, you know, lifting the veil of judgment, for example,
Yes.
understand that you need to lift your roof. And when you meet somebody in judgment, just ask yourself, am I the right person to judge this person? And also, we always need to look ourselves in the mirror and say, well, I'm not that bad. I don't look that bad. I am actually a force in my life. I'm the
Yes.
greatest force.
I think the self-love is so important, and it's very important to have the self-love to heal. So when
Yes,
I was sick, I talked to myself in the mirror every day, and I said, "I love you. You're beautiful. I will be here for you," and really to trust in our own light.
yeah.
So.
It's not
Thank
easy.
No, it's not always easy.
I am not good, to be honest. I'm not good at doing it. I forget it, and let the thoughts take over. But it's like, how can I say it? It's like I need to have like the base in my life is like, okay, but you are here for a good reason. You are
Yes,
not here
you
by
are.
coincidence. No, but this is not an easy task to actually go forward with. But you are the best example, Torun. You are the best example. I mean, I think it's so amazing what you have gone through, what you are an example. How this is the future, I think. This
Thank
is the
you.
future. How to, but this is the way we need. We need words to plant in our mind. That is the positive. That is the way to think instead of letting all the noise take over.
And I think, and we do the best we can, both of us, Mia, to spread
Yeah.
love and spread hope. And we have both been through quite a lot in our lives, but different things. And I think we have gone through that because then we have more the knowledge of what other people are going through. So we know quite a lot of many things because
Yeah.
of our experience. So it's not wasted.
No.
But I'm so grateful for you being here with us tonight, Mia, and spreading your light. I hope we will see you back here another time to talk more about spirituality. But continue your beautiful work and stand in your light and love yourself. And we can remind each other of that from time to time.
Yes, we all need a reminder.
So,
We are only humans when it all comes to all, and we are brought here on this earth to experience. And one of the experience is pain. But
yeah.
as we have the possibility to talk about the pain and also, not least, talk about love.
Yes, and you are a great example for that. You spread love wherever you go. So thank you
So do
so
you.
much, Mia. And thank you everyone who's joining us today on Healing from the Heart. May you walk with peace, love, and trust in your own light. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, and keep shining. And we see you soon. Bye bye.